few weeks ago, I was going to do a video talking about how I am not going to buy a new camera because the R5 is good enough for me. I absolutely love this camera. I've been using this camera for a while now. When did I buy this camera? I can't actually remember when I got this camera, but I know I bought the camera. I don't know, man. Why do people like driving loud cars? I would buy an electric car. I'm just saying, it's quiet. But anyways, I digress. But moving back, I got the R5 when it came out. Can't remember when it came out exactly, but probably just put the year on the screen. And I think it was the month it was announced that I actually ordered the camera. Well, I didn't pre-order the camera. I remember hitting up my boy that works with Canon to say, hey, you know, I want a camera, and I was back in Nigeria then. And the camera has done everything I wanted to do since then. It's great. To partner the R5, I got like a cinema camera, which was a C500. Wanted to do a series, didn't work out, so eventually sold out the camera, and now I've been using this camera for the longest time. After that week, something happened that changed everything. Now, like I said, this camera is perfect for me. I have no issues with this camera. I mean, there are a few things that I wish the camera had. I wish, you know, like this was a combination of the R5 and the R5C in one camera, and not Canon, you know, doing the R5 and then maybe a year later or two, releasing the R5C. I wish they had just put everything into the R5, and you know, it would have been the perfect camera for me. But still, at this point, I've done I've done quite a lot of video projects with this camera, and my clients have never complained about the quality. I have done photo projects with this camera. Obviously, it's amazing for photos. 45 megapixels is more than enough. So I've been very satisfied with this camera, and in my head, what I've been thinking about is buying lenses to complement this camera, you know, because I have a few lenses. I have my 35, I have my 85, I have my 100. If I have a 16 to 35 that's pretty old, I'm probably just going to sell that lens because I don't really use it. But like I said, all these things make this camera really, really good for me as a content creator and a photographer, right? And I was good with it. So that's why I was going to make a video with the whole rumors that, you know, have been swirling around the R5 II, talking about how I would stick with this camera. And if you were in the market for a camera, this camera is getting cheaper. And by the time the R5 II comes out, this R5 is going to be a lot cheaper. Now, over the last 2 weeks, I found myself in a place where I started considering buying the R5 Mark II. I'm not just considering buying the R5 Mark II. I was in a place where I was actively checking how much the R5 would go for. So I would eventually sell my R5 when the R5 Mark II comes out and get that one. And it got me thinking, the PR machine of these companies, it's amazing. Trust me, with YouTube, with blogs, with everything, it's just great because we have Canon rumors, right? They put out some things about the R5, you know, talking about this specification, this was coming up. And what you guys don't know about the PR machine of these camera companies and how they go about this is that they slowly leak information over a period of time to build excitement to when a camera will launch. So with Canon rumors, Canon might not directly leak information to Canon rumors, but maybe through somebody they'll leak it to camera rumors because they said something about, oh, they've seen the camera, they have photos of the camera, but you know, they are not allowed to put it out. And I'm thinking, if you are a website that basically just deals with like putting out rumors and all this stuff, you wouldn't really care. So there's probably like an ultimatum of when they can actually put this out. Okay, saying, hey, you know, put this out at this date, because it's just going to, you know, like help the whole PR thing. And like I said, I found myself considering buying the R5 Mark II. You know, I'm looking at it, you know, they're talking about how the specifications will be like the R5 and the R5C together, and this time, you know, they're not going to have two different cameras. And it's basically playing into the mind of what you actually want if you are an R5 user, right? And I started thinking about it like, okay, you know, maybe I should buy the R5 Mark II when it comes out, sell my R5, because this whole thing is going to, you know, probably put me in a better place where I don't have to think about, you know, like what exactly? Because that's the thing. Because in my head I'm thinking like, what is it that I am missing with my R5 that I have to wait for the R5 Mark II to come out to actually get? I record in 4K. My camera never gets hot to the point where it turns up. I don't really record in 4K 120. I do 4K 60 for the most part for most of my projects, but because I do a lot of corporate like talking head videos, most of them are just 4K 24 and you're good. So this just to say that like these camera companies take their time to actually put out this information to build up the excitement around these cameras, and at the end of the day we have to like just put our hard-earned money into like their hands, and like just for what? It's not going to make your images better, it's not going to make your photos better, it's not going to make your videos better. It might make things a little bit more efficient for you, but if they're not going to put internal ND filters in the R5 and just do something that is extraordinary, something that's never been done before, I don't think it's going to produce a way better image. They'll talk about it having maybe like a half a stop dynamic range more. If you don't need all that, then you probably don't need all that. They say it's going to have active cooling. Great, to be very honest. Like I've not really had any serious issues when it comes to overheating with my R5. So it just got me thinking, like YouTubers are going to make videos when this thing comes out. You feel like you are falling behind, you feel like you're lacking, you feel like you don't have the best gear and all that stuff. But to be very honest, I think I'm back to my senses now. I'm not going to be selling my R5. I am going to keep my R5 regardless of if the R5 II comes out or not. If I'm in a place where I actually think I built my business up enough to get a cinema camera again, then I'll probably look again at a cinema camera. Is it going to be with the with Canon? Yeah, I don't know yet, because sometimes when you're already invested in an ecosystem, it's kind of hard to like jump ship to another one. But for the most part, I'm sticking with my R5. If you're in the market for a new camera, if you can afford the new R5 II when it comes out, great, because the truth is that you probably not have to change that camera for years and years to come. If you can't afford that, to be very honest, consider again an R5. This camera is great. It's made enough money for me, way more money than like that I bought the camera for, and that's how it's meant to be. You're supposed to use this thing for years. So just get a cheap camera, because not a cheap camera, get an affordable camera, something that fits within your budget, and don't look at what is happening online, because I feel like there's just this crazy PR going on right now in this new age where you like it's being put in your face so much to the point that subconsciously you just feel like you need these things when you don't. But anyways, if I end up buying the R5 II, maybe I'll take this video down, but for now I 100% I'm not going to upgrade. I'll be excited when it comes out, but I'm probably just going to keep my excitement in and invest in better things that I think I need. But anyways, talk to you guys in the next video. By the way, check out my digital store, links will be in the description below. Check out my pro retouching pack, help you retouch better, retouch faster, pro actions that help you get the work done, and the retouching essentials pack. There's some freebies down there. But thank you so much for supporting my channel. See you guys in the next video. Peace.